Welcome back to my channel, I am DB8 Recap. Today I'm going to explain the Bollywood period heist thriller film Special 26, which was released in the year 2013. The movie is about a group of people who rob politicians and businessmen having black money by pretending to be CBI agents in India. CBI is the Central Investigation Agency in India, which was originally set up to investigate bribery and governmental corruption. But before we begin, please subscribe to our channel and beware of the spoilers. The movie opens and we see two men interviewing CBI recruits. The scene then shifts, and we see a man named AJ who calls the police station asking Inspector Rajiv to come with a few constables and one lady constable. This is for assisting him on a raid. Rajiv asks about the location of the raid, but AJ denies, stating that only Mr. Sharma, who in this raid is acting as AJ's boss, knows about it. AJ goes and meets Mr. Sharma, who was standing nearby and seemed a bit nervous. AJ asks him to let him lead the raid if he is nervous about leading the raid to Minister's house, but Sharma replies that Minister is nothing in front of his love for the country, and they leave from there with two other men named Joginder and Iqbal. On the way, they meet Rajiv and Shanti, and AJ shows him the letter of the raid at the Minister's house, due to which Rajiv gets a bit worried, but AJ sits in his car, leaving him with no other option but to do the raid. After reaching the Minister's house, the PA, also known as the personal assistant of the minister, tries to act smart in front of Sharma, who then slaps him. He then instructs Rajiv to beat anyone who tries to intervene during the raid. When police officers start searching for the money, Minister's wife tries to resist, which led to her being taken away by Miss Shanti, a female police officer. They find a lot of money hidden at different locations inside the house, and after that Joginder tells AJ about a car standing outside the house. AJ goes and checks the car and finds a lot of money inside the car too, most of it hidden from plain sight. They put all of the money inside the car, and Sharma goes to get the signatures of the minister on a paper where he tries to bribe him, but Sharma slaps him, asking him to warn his friends about him. Before leaving, Sharma talks to Rajiv and asks him to wait until they get his signatures on a few documents related to the raid, due to which Rajiv gets worried. Sharma asks him whether it is his first raid and leaves from there, asking him to remember that the real power is always inside the heart. After driving away for a few miles, AJ makes fun of Sharma for his quote, and he tells him about being nervous when he slapped the minister. They all reach a location where they transfer all of the money and jewelry to a bus and leave for their respective homes. AJ goes to Bombay, Sharma leaves for Chandigarh, Iqbal leaves for Jaipur, and Joginder is seen on the bus, which has all the money. After waiting for a while, Inspector Rajiv realizes that they have helped the fake CBI, about which he talks to the minister. On 28th of January 1987, Joginder reads all of the newspapers and calls AJ, who is in Bombay, to let him know that nothing has been published in any of the newspapers in the country. AJ then orders him to sell all of the jewelry and then calls Sharma, who is seen busy in the preparations for his daughter's marriage. AJ tells him that nothing has been published in the newspapers. Sharma gives him a list of gifts and presents to bring along when he comes for the marriage. AJ also calls Iqbal, who is washing clothes, and gets insulted by his wife and asks AJ to not tell his friends about it because they will all make fun of him. AJ after that looks at a girl named Priya, who also happens to be his love interest, and she starts weeping, looking at him. AJ asks her to stop, and then her father enters. Priya on her way to school leaves a card for AJ that his friend picks up. AJ is seen reading the card, which happens to be a wedding invitation, and then realizes that Priya is going to get married within a month. Joginder, Iqbal, and AJ reach Chandigarh and are taken to Sharma's house, where he introduces his family to them, and they all have a good time at the marriage. AJ dances at the party, and after that AJ and Sharma are seen at an airport, where Sharma asks AJ to plan something big as his children have grown up. He is getting old and cannot keep doing this for a long time. AJ tells him about his next plan in Burra Bazaar, Calcutta, and gives money and tickets to Sharma to come to Calcutta with Iqbal and Joginder. AJ leaves, asking them to meet him directly in Calcutta. In the next scene, we see a CBI officer, Central Investigation Agency, named Wasim, who is seen dropping his son on a bus to a school. As he gets back home, Wasim's wife tells him that Rahul has called him, and hearing that, Wasim leaves immediately from his house on a scooter. He meets a police officer who tells him about a man they have on their radar and was going to make an illegal deal. After they confirm his identity by the man they have in their custody, they all proceed to catch the man before he makes the deal with another man who is shown sitting in a car. The man dodges the police and flees from the scene. He keeps fighting the police, and Wasim had to chase him down on his own. After a while, the man is caught by Wasim and attempts to threaten Wasim about jumping from the building. Wasim slaps him and makes him fall from the building onto a car. The police capture him, and in the following scene we see Rajiv and Shandi observing this incident. AJ, after reaching Bombay, meets Priya, who happens to be a teacher in a school. Priya talks about her marriage and states that she is sure that AJ will not let her get married to someone else. She also states that she is always worried about him being caught by the police because of the kind of work he does. AJ calms her down, convincing her by saying that there is no one that's smart in the police department that can lay a hand on him. In the next scene we see Wasim visiting the CBI headquarters, where he looks at Rajiv and meets his boss, who tells him about the fake CBI and their cases, telling him that they target mostly the corrupt businessman and the politician who remain silent due to the black money. Boss asks him to handle the case with Rajiv and Rahul. Wasim takes the case and leaves, asking about the increment and promotion that he has been promised. Wasim meets Rajiv and taunts him for being fooled by thieves. Rajiv gets angry about this and says he can help if he wants, otherwise he will manage to track the criminals by himself. Wasim gets impressed by him and asks him to check the records of the criminals in all the police stations, as he has seen them all. Wasim takes him to the minister's house, who tells him about what has happened that day when his house was raided by the fake CBI officers. On the other side, AJ and his team arrive in Calcutta and get ready for their next job. They all go to Burra Bazaar, where they mistakenly enter the wrong shop to raid it. AJ asks about the location of the shop where they were going to raid, and the shop owner shows them the correct location. They reach the shop and AJ introduces himself as the officer from the tax department, informing them that they have been raided. They find all the hidden money, and people outside the shop also starts to fight. AJ talks to the owner of the second shop, who helps them to get out of there. Rajiv and Rahul are seen checking the records on the order of Wasim. AJ and his team get back to their place from where they distribute the money and part ways. Wasim gets the news of theft in Calcutta by the intelligence group and asks to publish the news. Wasim then informs Rajiv and Rahul about the theft and tells them that the news will be published to shock the thieves. At the airport, AJ reads the news of their theft in the newspaper and makes Sharma aware of it, who gets very worried about it. Rajiv gets the record of Sharma and informs Wasim about it, who orders Rahul to track Sharma's phone. Sharma talks to AJ about doing something big and making it as their last job, which can fetch them enough money to last a lifetime. AJ explains him about his plan to do the last job in Delhi and informs him that it involves suffering at the hands of police. After the conversation with Sharma, AJ visits Priya at her school and informs her that he would be shifting to a different city and he is doing it for the last time. He states further that he needs to shift because the police might soon come at his current place looking for him. Priya gets anxious about the whole situation and then leaves with grief. AJ is seen reminiscing the good memories that he had with Priya. In the following scene, we see a policeman disguised as a phone repairer visiting Sharma's house. He enters and is able to successfully plant a tracing device on his phone. AJ reaches a hotel named Sea Castle, from where he contacts Sharma, and the call is traced by the police, who record the call and get all the information. The information is sent to Rahul, who tells Wasim about their discussion on call along with the location of AJ. Wasim asks to set a man behind Sharma and AJ. One of the policemen keeps following Sharma the whole time until he meets Joginder and Iqbal in Bombay. From there on, another man starts following them and the information is relayed back to Wasim. AJ is followed everywhere he goes, and as he gets out of the ads agency, the policeman enters after him and gets the information about the ad given by AJ. Wasim, Rahul, and Rajiv also get on a plane to reach Bombay. It seems AJ has placed ads in the newspaper to conduct interviews for recruiting candidates for CBI. After they reach Bombay, Inspector Solanki calls his men, who provide all the information to Wasim. Wasim asks for a few men who will be sent to this fake interview conducted by AJ and Sharma to quality and be part of their process. AJ informs his team that this time they would be raiding Bhuvanda Singhania Jewels Opera House, since the house deals with jewelry worth millions of dollars, and hearing this they all get excited. On the other hand, Wasim guides his men about what they are supposed to do. The preparations for the interview begin, and the news of the job spreads in the whole of Bombay, causing many people to participate in the interview. Sharma and AJ conduct the interviews, and after that the results are announced. Wasim gets the news of the selection of 2 of his men into AJ's team, while AJ calls all the selected candidates into a room and gives them an encouraging speech about their duties. He tells them that they are special 26 who have proved to be smarter of the lot and definitely more intelligent than the rest to be selected for CBI. AJ tells them to report tomorrow, as they want to conduct tests to check how they all perform under extreme pressure. Wasim talks to his men who were selected for the team, and they tell him about what was asked of them. AJ sends a ticket and some money to Priya, who was busy with her marriage ceremony, and gets happy after seeing the ticket. After preparing the documentation for the selected candidates, AJ and his fellows separate them into their respective rooms, where a policeman is seen calling Wasim. After a while, Wasim surprisingly arrives at Sharma's room with his fellow officers Rajiv and Rahul. Wasim warns Sharma about the consequences if he denies providing information to them and asks him to explain their entire plan. Sharma gets scared and ends up reciting their plan. Wasim asks him about AJ, and Sharma tells him that he got rejected once from CBI selection, which is why he has started all of this. Wasim orders Sharma that he will have to keep things going as planned and no one should know that he is working for the police. Wasim then leaves from there, asking Sharma to sleep as he has a lot of things to do in the morning. After Wasim gets separated from Rajiv and Rahul, he goes to the washroom. He gets to meet AJ. After washing his hands, Wasim comes to the bar and sits beside AJ. They have a small chat, and after AJ leaves, Wasim calls him back by throwing his money. Wasim tells AJ that he has dropped his money, which he accepts and leaves from there. The next morning, AJ asks Sharma to attend the class, who now is looking extremely nervous. On the other hand, Wasim and his team visit Bhuvandas Singhania Jewels and meet the owner Sayed Sahab, who obviously gets scared because of a visit by a CBI officer. He tells Sayed Sahab that he is going to be robbed within a few hours and asks him to shift his gold to somewhere else and it will be replaced with the fake one. Sayed Sahab suggests shifting the gold to his workshop. Sharma in the following scene is seen completing his class and asks the selected candidates to meet him after the lunch break. On the other side, Priya runs from her house and reaches the Bombay airport. Wasim and his men start to shift the gold to the workshop. Wasim asks Solanki to get 2 snipers and a police van to stop the van of AJ and his men. Priya reaches Bombay and starts waiting for AJ. After the class ends, AJ meets Sharma, who seems nervous, and AJ tells him to keep calm. Rahul, who was keeping an eye on the Hotel C Castle, calls Wasim and tells him that they are on lunch break and are running as per the schedule. The van carrying the gold reaches the workshop and workers start to unload and shift it inside the workshop. AJ asks Sharma to go with the candidates that they have selected, while he will come with Joginder and Iqbal. Inside the shop, Wasim gets the news that they have left the hotel and he commands his men to get ready as the van has left and will be here shortly. Wasim asks Rajiv to go and check the outer positions. Rajiv leaves from there and gets into a car where Shanti was waiting for him. At the same time, AJ gets into a police van with Iqbal and Joginder. On the other hand, Sharma stops the van in front of a police station and gets out of the van. Sharma calls one of his candidates outside and requests him to take all the others to the designated jewelry shop while he is coming after getting the documentation ready for the raid. The guards try to resist and try to make a call, but Rajiv and Iqbal cut the wires. AJ looks at all the gold while others start to load it into their hutches. They take all the gold from there and load it into their cars. After getting the signatures from a man who was in charge of the workshop, they leave. They reach a location where they unload all the gold and AJ leaves for the airport after hugging Rajiv and Sharma. After waiting for a while next to the jewelry shop, Wasim comes near the van and calls a man to ask him about what is going on. The man tells him that they are from CBI and are waiting for their boss to come before they begin the raid. The workshop workers manage to fix the connection of the phone and call Sayed Saab to let him know that they have been raided by CBI. Solanki comes and tells Wasim that they have raided the workshop and he starts recalling how he was fooled by Rajiv and all of them. He tells Solanki that they were the special 26 for them as they have been playing an important role for them and states that they robbed both the workshop and the shop. Wasim gets ashamed that he is fooled by these conmen. At the airport, we see Priya, who decides to leave after waiting for a long time for AJ. Just as she was about to leave, AJ arrives and meets her to take her away. The scene then shifts to Wasim, who is seen dropping his son to his school bus, and on his way back to his house he receives a money order with a letter stating that it is the same money that he gave AJ at the bar in the hotel and AJ does not need his money. After Wasim reaches back, his wife tells him that he has a call from Rahul, who tells him that he has information about AJ and his team. At the end of the movie, AJ and Sharma are seen watching a cricket match with their wives and the movie ends here. To watch many more exciting recaps like this, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Let us know in the comments section about the next favorite movie that you would like us to recap. Thanks again for watching and stay safe and healthy.